Right, welcome back to Citizen Weekend Sports. My name is Waihiga Mwaura, and today in studio, it's not just sports news, but we also have an amazing interview with a power couple. I want to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Kiplagat. One is a coach, as I said earlier. The other is an athlete, world champion, Vivian Cheruiyot. Thank you very much for coming to our studio. I know you've come all the way from Eldoret tonight, if I'm correct. Yeah. And of course, the question many Kenyans are asking is, how have you been? We've not seen you since the Olympics. How have you been? Maybe tuanze na bwana kwanza.
We've been well. We've been doing well. After she gave birth to our firstborn, we actually she was supposed to rest for a third period of time. After which she is now about to start training. Maybe she will start hopefully by next month, not this month.
By next month.
By next month.
Vivian, Kenyans want to confirm tuko na mtoto anaitwa nani? Ashaanza kukimbia kidogo kwa nyumba, hebu tuelezee.
Yeah, I have a baby boy. He's called Alan Kiplagat, and it's almost 4 months now. He's going to turn 4 months on 19th of this month, and I want to say that I am really so happy as a family that it's another step in my career and also in our family, because we step aside in athletics and we decided to have a kid.
Now of course kuna swali nilikuwa nimekuuliza, maybe umeona maybe akianza kukimbia kidogo kwa nyumbani, ujue pia yeye ako na ile uwezo wa kuwa mwanariadha.
When we are together with him, I see him like he's a sharp boy, and also maybe he can be an athlete in future, but we cannot force a child to be an athlete. So it's up to him if he's going to like it or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, Alan is here at the Royal Media Services. It's just that he has taken a nap. He's had a very long journey from Eldoret, and so you understand why he's not able to join us today. But I'm sure next time you come, maybe he'll also be here and he'll also be able to give us a few words, even as he continues to grow. And of course, congratulations is where I should start all this by saying. I'm joined in studio by Mr. and Mrs. Kiplagat. As I keep saying, one is a coach, the other is an athlete, and it's such a pleasure to have them here today. Remember, it's Valentine's Day, and much later on, Lillian will have an artist in studio to serenade you with some music if you did not get the chance to be serenaded or to serenade someone else earlier on today. Of course, I'm sure the rains interfered with many programs. But of course, Vivian Cheruiyot is here in studio, and I'd like to know from her, maybe where did your athletics career start from? Ulianza ukiwa mtoto, ama ni kitu ulichukua ukiwa college? Tupe hiyo hadithi tafadhali.
My career I started when I was in standard 4, when I was still young. And in our upcountry in Elgeyo-Marakwet County, we used to run school in the morning, come for lunch, and come for evening. So we used to go like 6 kilometers away from home. So that is the time that I realized that I have a talent and some other people. Because
6 kilometers kila siku?
Yes.
Back 6 kilometers going?
In the morning.
And 6 kilometers coming back in the evening?
Yes.
So that is 12 kilometers?
Yeah.
Tangu kuwe mtoto?
Yeah.
Wow. Now, of course, to take your career further, ni wakati gani uliamua sasa unataka kuwa professional? As opposed to just running because ulikuwa unaenda mahali?
When I started running when I was in standard 4, I came all the way from Eldoret to trials, national trials, which was held in Ngong. And I won the race, and I was supposed to go for World Cross Country Championship in Turin, Italy. But my age by that time I was still young, so I was underage, and I didn't go because of the age. Yeah.
Lakini baadaye ukapata nafasi?
the
next edition,
yeah.
and that is, in a sense, where your career started.
Yes.
Now, I know you've also brought your coach here in studio today, and I mean, it's Valentine's Day, and I keep reminding the viewer it's a Valentine's edition. Mulipatana kwa riadha ama shuleni, you know, maybe give, and I'll ask Mr. Kiplagat to give us that story, his version of it, of course.
Me personally, I liked sports athletics. She was my fan. We used to call her high knees. When she was running, she could raise her legs.
High knees.
High knees.
Her knees zilikuwa juu sana.
Zilikuwa juu sana. So we used to call her high knees. She was my fan. She came from our village. I just knew her from when she was still young. We started slowly. Then
it's very rare to hear an athlete say slowly, but
yeah, but by then I was not a coach yet. But I was actually a fan of sports. Later on, we met when she was in Form 4. We talked. I told her just finish your education. She completed her whole level. Then we discussed a bit and we moved on.
Kutoka huko.
Yes.
Kama ungekuwa studio hapa na sisi leo,
yes,
ungekuwa umemfanyia nini Valentine's Day?
In fact, I bought her some gifts at home.
Some gifts?
Some gifts at home. And just a very big blow. Just about appreciation that she's my wife, she's
yes,
my loving wife, and she's a mother to my son.
Right, Vivian, watu wanajiuliza ni ukweli? Maybe yeye ndio ametuambia hadithi. Yeah. Ni ukweli?
Oh, ni ukweli. It's a really true story, because if you like now, you can go back to home and you will see it. And
you see it?
Yeah.
Na pia he says you were his fan?
Yeah.
Early on?
Yeah, we came from one village in Elgeyo Marakwet County. He talked to me, and I say it's okay because he's a hard-working man, and so also he's a loving husband to me.
Right. An unbelievable story. Of course, I know what has brought you to Nairobi also is the National Cross Country Championships. Sure. Right. Vivian Cheruiyot continues to be here with us in studio, as long as her husband, Mr. Kiplagat, also here with us. It's a Valentine's edition. Some athletics questions, some embarrassing questions also on their relationship on this special day of Valentine's. So, of course, you are watching the right station, Citizen TV. Vivian, you have a nickname, Pocket Rocket. I don't know if anyone has ever called you that publicly, though in the newspapers all the time, that's what they refer to. Yo jina ilitoka wapi?
I think ilitokea kwa sababu I normally have a final kick in the last 400 in 5,000. So I think that is the time hiyo jina ilitokea.
Ni jina umependa ama unasema I wish they didn't call me that?
No, napenda because rocket is something which is fast. Yeah.
So it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Let's talk about the coaching responsibility you have. On one hand, you are her coach. On the other hand, you are her husband. Where is the balance? Mahali wakati unasema amechoka sana wacha apumzike, lakini unajua akipumzika sana she will not do well in her races. How do you draw that balance?
Unajua kasi ya coaching na kasi ya nyumba, they are two different things. When she's at home, she's actually now a mother to my son and my wife. Now, when we go to the field, everybody does his or her own work. I do the work of coaching, she does the work of an athlete. So we combine together, have that mutual understanding at home and in the field. And again, we are disciplined. She knows what she's expected of her, and I know what I am expected to do. That is the balance that we normally balance. Otherwise, my relationship with her in the field
It's different.
It's different to the relationship at home.
Nyumbani.
Nyumbani, yeah. That is it. The other side ni kazi, pande hii.
Nikupumzika.
Yeah,
I like the way he has put it. Now we do have some shots of Vivian, I beg your pardon, in action. Vivian, I'm getting a big tongue-tied here. Of Vivian in action, I think it was in Daegu in 2011. So I know my director will bring that up in just 1 minute. But I know that before the interview, of course, I don't know the last time you did an interview, maybe it was some time back. You were trying to adjust yourself on the seat, and I asked you, is it this nervousing? Are you this nervous? When you're just about to run a big race, how does your heart feel? How is the experience? Maybe you can tell me.
When it comes to an event, let's say, for example, like a World Championship or Olympics, for me, it has been, we have been running with most of the athletes all over the world. So sometimes I cannot feel that to say there is somebody in the race. I normally say that these people we used to run together, and I don't have to have that shyness that they are there, because we used to run all the time. They are the same people, so
it's not very scary as we would think.
Not that, yeah.
We had a shot of you running in Daegu, and let's see if we can have that up. You tell us what that experience was. Tell us what was happening there, if you can remember, of course.
What I remember about Daegu, you know, when I was running, I was in a good shape. So when I was going there, I was saying that I want to go and do my best, to do my best to my country, and also to the people of Kenya. So it was that I want to run the best.
And you did.
And I did it.
And you did.
Yeah.
Now, in that particular race, you were running with another Kenyan athlete who lives in America, and we actually have some of her interviews that she did in Iten, Sally Kipyego. And I know we'll be running that clip in just 1 minute. How is it to run with her, and where has she been? We haven't seen her since Daegu.
About her, I don't know so much, because after Olympics, we were in Olympics together with Sally. And then after Diamond Leagues, she went to America, and I came back to Kenya. So by that time, I heard that she has an injury, but it has been a long time. We have not yet met with her.
What I'm thinking is, the 2016 Olympics, we are expecting you back in action, and Sally Kipyego, and I think in the 5,000 and 10,000 meters, no Ethiopian should be able to bother us. I'm told we have that interview with Sally Kipyego. If we can just hear her, there's another question I want to ask in regards to that after we listen to Sally Kipyego.
Second week, and it's going good. It's tough. Iten is pretty tough, but I'm loving it, and I hope to get ready for the trials.
You said you came straight after New York. The first week was kind of tough. What have you been doing? I mean, how do you have to change things? You're at, what, 7,000, 8,000 feet of altitude?
Yeah, about 8,000. And the first week was really tough, and my coach, we had a good talk about it. And, you know, just to be careful not to completely go crazy and just break down. So I started running 30 minutes when I got here, 45 minutes. And yeah, and then the first week really put, you know, for 400, if I was running 72s, I would end up running 74s, maybe even 6 for my force the first week, and just to get a feel of things before I actually settle. And I did my long run on Sunday, and it's the first time that I felt like myself, you know.
Right, Sally Kipyego there. Of course, the first time Kenyans got to know her very well was in 2011, and what was very unique about her is her accent. She's lived quite a big portion of her life in the United States. Vivian, how is it when you're communicating with her? Of course, this is someone who grew up in Kenya but spent a lot of time abroad. You know, are there any challenges?
There is no challenges, because when we are together, she speaks
Kenyan English.
Kenyan English. When she's in America, she speaks American English. So I think even we normally talk Kalenjin.
Kalenjin.
Because she's
fluent Kalenjin.
Yes.
Right. And how is your partnership with her out there? Do you think she was part of the reason that you know, you were able to clinch 2 gold medals in Daegu?
Yeah, she's my best friend, and also she's a hardworking lady. And I know when we were going to Daegu, 2011, she was our first time in World Championship, and she went there and she managed to get silver medals.
Right, of
So
course,
it
first time,
it was
a
first
good
time.
thing.
Yeah, it was good thing.
Indeed, I can hear my director telling me that it's almost time for me to wind up. So just a few quick questions to both of you. Now I'd like to ask, what are your plans in the future? You know, you said you start training next month, but what championship, you know, are you looking forward to? Can we expect to start cheering again for Vivian Cheruiyot?
I'm going to start my training next month, and I hope to be back next year in World Championship in, I don't know which country.
It will be in
Beijing.
In Beijing.
Yeah.
Okay. 2015 World Championship.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Same races.
I'll do. I don't know by now, but I'll do my 5,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This being Valentine's edition, I'm going to ask you some peculiar questions. Is there, you know, our favorite music that, you know, both of you enjoy?
We enjoy Emi Koskei's music too much.
Emi Koskei's music.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. I'm hoping our DJ will be able to play some of that later on.
Yes.
TV shows. Is there any Citizen TV show where you say we must be home at this time to watch it?
I'm a fan of Shirandula.
Papa
So good. He's a humorous guy.
Yeah, where?
Yes,
Yes.
I like.
Right, and when you're at home and relaxing, what's your favorite food? If I was to come as a guest at your house, what would you welcome me with, apart from mursik?
We'll make for you gali and rice and delicious traditional vegetables.
Delicious traditional vegetables.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Very true.
Very true.
Because for me, I like traditional vegetables. Like sakyat in our language here.
What does that mean?
Saka.
It's saka.
It's a
The saka.
the saka.
Yeah.
I hope
So
I'm saying it
saka,
right.
yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
Right, okay. I'm
Nice.
trying to see if I have any SMSs here real quick that I can read before we hand over to... I'm told we have some music. If DJ Crossfade can put it on, then I will see if Vivian, apart from running, also knows how to dance a little bit. She said dance, so I think she's ready. DJ Crossfade. What? I don't know. You know, I'm not the best dancer in the world either. But let me see here if we have some very quick SMSs that I can read out even as we prepare to hand over to Lillian for the next interview, of course, with Kenzo, Valentine's edition here on Citizen TV. Let me see here. VP Citizen TV, Mwaura, Gotea, that couple, Kiplangat and wife, keep it up. Nimugo Kanjoro kutoka Subukia, and do I have any others here? Of course, lots and lots of Valentine messages, because this is the Valentine's edition today, a very special day. Finally, tomorrow are the National Cross Country Trials. I know you'll be there. Any people that you know you're cheering for? You know, as you expect, what are you expecting to see tomorrow?
For me, I was coming purposely to cheer my team, which is police, and that I will be there cheering them.
A question that many Kenyans ask, and it's good you've asked that. As the police, you know, does it also involve you getting into training with the police and that sort of thing? Because when we tell people out there that these athletes, in addition to running, also do this duty for their country, you know, they're not quite sure.
We normally do our duty as a police, and also they give us time to train. So it's so nice. That is why you see police athletes are performing well.
Good, good, good. Mr. Kiplagat, maybe you can help us to wind up. I'd like you to do me a favor. I'd like you to look into this camera and say, keep it Citizen TV. Up next, Lillian Muli with a fantastic interview.
Keep Citizen TV. Have Lillian Muli with the next interview.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Of course, keep it Citizen TV.
So
Lillian Muli up next with Kenzo. You'd not want to go anywhere. Remember, this is the Valentine's edition. Keep it right here.